Newly listed FJET has since become the target of shots. It is so hard to borrow, and it seems also it has a very tiny float. Okay, as of Boxing Day, that was Boxing Day of 2025. It traded only 23. I would say only, but it was only 20. It was 23.971 million shares. Uh, at the end of the regular session, it was the gain was 18.39. In the post market session, it gave up some of those gains. Let's see now. The stock was trending, yeah, as the traders zero in on reports of an exceptionally high borrow rate that has fueled speculation about a potential short squeeze. Yes, it is exceptionally hard to borrow, and there's a high borrow rate. Yeah, the frenzy intensified after the company announced a landmark space tourism contract, triggering an intraday surge of roughly up to 32%. Okay, so it actually gave up a decent amount of the gains they ran up and pulling even more momentum traders into the mix. Supporters argue that FJET represents a rare opportunity in the public markets, highlighting its extremely low float, unique Mark II aerospace technology, and the possibility of future government-related work tied to space defense and research initiatives. They see the stock as a high-risk, high-reward vehicle, benefiting from renewed optimism across the broader space sector. Yes, it is growing gradually. At the same time, skeptics are waving warning flags. They know that the company is still pre-revenue and has relied heavily on dilution to fund operations and lacks the financial track record typically associated with long-term investments. To critics, the combination of hype, volatility, and aggressive promotion places FJET firmly in the pump and dump territory, a speculative trade rather than a fundamental bet. As a result, the stock has become a battleground name, with bulls and bears clashing over whether this rally represents the start of something meaningful or just another short-lived squeeze in a hot sector. Okay, we'll see as time goes on. It's optionable. Let's just see whether we have anything going on here. Yeah, okay. This is the January 16 series. Let's see whether will see anything sizable here. Nothing here. Nothing. For now, nothing. Nothing sizable there. Let's see whether we have any intraday highs. Okay, we have an intraday high, but it wasn't recent. It was as the 22nd. Okay, you can see now just newly minted, scarcely has anything to rely on. Let's see its 4 hour chart. But okay, well, let's have a look at this 4 hour chart. We might have some data there. I think our best bet might be the market grid to give us a range of prices. It has the potential of trading within. So let's see what we have down here. Yeah, okay. It is the price pressure momentum is severely bearish. Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, the that moving average, the 10 period moving average is dropping by $10 every 4 hours. I mean, obviously during regular hours. So we can't. There are no projections here, but we could still have a look at its 1 hour chart. We may have some things there. So let's see on a 1 hour chart. Yeah, we have beginning from the list 10.47, 11.58, 13.39, 15.98, 17.5, and 18.44. We have this pivotal projection of 27.40. Okay, it's indicating that if it does retest it, if it closes above it, then the chance of retesting 31.51 may improve. Okay, so let's begin here with the market greed for the stock. Let's see what we have. Let's see what the market greed is going to give us. Yeah, okay, it's looking quite tight. Okay, it has a range of between 14.75 and 14.23. It's already very tight, and the stock is closed at it's close at 14.20 with a downward trajectory, I believe. So it's all the way down. As a matter of fact, it's outside of this grid. It's outside of its market grid. So it may well continue to correct, but at the same time, some people may be watching that. They may be getting ready to open positions, yeah, and also getting ready to get out of the positions they've opened, because it looks like it may continue to decline in the interim. Because usually that's what we observe when stocks are right at the bottom of the market grid. There's a greater probability of them printing lower prices. Here on the 3 hour 2 hour chart is a lot wider. We have between 15.53 and 13.47. And here as well, it's also outside of its market grid as well. Yeah, it's also outside of the grid. Yeah, yeah. Is it? No, it's sorry. It's within the grid. Sorry, 14.20 here. It is. It is here. It is. Here it is. It's still in the support zone, so the chance of it testing 13.98 may be there. Okay, let's have a look again and be sure of what we're talking about on the 1 hour chart. 14.20. Yeah, 14 point. Here it is outside of the grid. It's already poking out. You can see here the value is 14.23, so it's currently outside of it on the 1 hour chart. Let's come down to the 3 hour chart. And the 3 hour chart is between 16.59 and 12.23. Here it is also in between the resistance and the supports. Yeah, so at least we can see here 12.39. We've seen Fibonacci projections of as low as $10 or thereabouts, but it's good to have these figures to balance things out. On the 4 hour chart, we have between 17.59 and 11.57. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The odds of it testing advancing towards 13.83, 13.87 is there. You know. So yeah, that's what's going on pretty much. Let's have a look at its daily chart and see what we have there. On the daily chart, okay, I think it's within the grid. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's even wider. You can see here between 25 and negative 0.25. And this is where it is. It is right in between the resistance and the support. But here we can also observe that there are the spreads between the various supports are quite wide. So yeah, they're quite wide. So you can say that the hourly charts have more refined values. Yeah, I think the from the 1 hour chart, it's a lot more refined, a lot more, yeah, a lot more refined. You could even say a lot more reliable. You know, but here, this is the daily chart. It's once the market closes, it stalls. It doesn't move. Yeah, but it's also interesting to see the potential it has. It doesn't, even though it's not as refined as what you have on the 4 hour chart or even the 1 hour chart. It still gives you. They're still credible. They're still credible, but you do have all those the spreads, the gaps in between. They're like gray areas. Like, for instance, you have between 15.39 and 9.41. That's a void there. But one can still balance them out with the data from the um, from the 1 to 4 hour chart. It's something we will try and balance out and see how we can integrate them. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. I'll definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.